and welcome to the program. This edition of the Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. First, the top stories. A confidential security assessment prepared for the United Nations on Friday has revealed that at least 17 people have lost their lives in a deadly clash between criminal gangs and illegal miners over the control of a gold-rich site in Kaduna State. The incident unfolded on Thursday in Birningwari, an area in northwestern Nigeria long affected by lawlessness, including bandit attacks, cattle rustling, and rampant abductions for ransom. The bloodshed began when a well-known bandit leader tried to extort gold from miners at gunpoint. Birningwari, an area rich in natural resources and agriculture, had seen a notable period of calm after a peace agreement was brokered between armed groups and local communities by the Kaduna state government in November 2024. Detectives at the Ondo State Police Command have apprehended a 53-year-old man, Karim Fatia, suspected to be a manufacturer of arms in Ileoluji area of Ondo State. It was gathered that on October 15, 2025, the detectives at the Yaba Divisional Headquarters in Ondo City, acting on credible intelligence, stormed the area and arrested the suspect. The public relations officer, Ondo State Police Command, Olushola Anyolade, who confirmed the arrest in a statement made available to journalists in Akure, said the principal suspect will be transferred to the command's monitoring unit for further investigation. The Bauchi State House of Assembly has held a public hearing on a draft bill proposing the creation of new emirates, chiefdoms, and districts across the state. The session became heated as disagreements emerged from some ethnic groups and communities over the delineation of the traditional structure. Our correspondent Hajara Aliu now reports.
Your Excellency.
2 weeks after a committee submitted its report on the creation of additional emirates, chiefdoms and districts to Governor Bala Mohammed, the Bauchi State House of Assembly, through the Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, is organizing a public hearing on a draft bill sent to the House. A wide range of stakeholders are in attendance, including lawmakers, traditional rulers, community groups, and representatives from areas affected by the bill. In his opening remarks, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Abubakar Suleiman, encourages participants to engage in open and constructive dialogue.
If there are areas where service delivery has been elusive or where traditional administrative arrangements have fallen short, the exercise is intended to illuminate them and to generate practical, people-oriented solutions.
A first-class emir in attendance shared his perspectives on the proposed changes.
In the past, we all used to go to Sokoto, but things have changed. We have to accept this and move with time.
As proceedings continue, various groups and community representatives are invited to make inputs.
Honorable Chairman,
expectedly, the representations threw up a lot of contentious issues, such as the divisions on the proposed creation of the Seawa chiefdom.
We committed all together. So we want to be included as a district under.
Some groups voiced support for inclusion in the new chiefdom, while others strongly opposed it, leading to a rowdy session.
Due to our proximity and for the sake of unity, we will prefer to remain under Siyawa chiefdom.
Order was later restored after security personnel intervened. With the public hearing concluded, the bill will now move to the next stage of deliberation on the floor of the House for possible passage into law. Hajar Ali, Channels Television News.
The Gombe state government says it will not hesitate to employ both carrot and stick approaches to mopping up 400,000 out-of-school children in 2025 out of the 789,000 burden which Gombe bears and which accounts for 20% of its population of 4 million people. However, the state government warns it will not hesitate to bring the full weight of the law on parents who fail to cooperate with the massive enrollment process. Data provided by the United Nations Children's Emergency Fund reveals that Nigeria has 18.3 million out-of-school children, which accounts for 15% of the global pool of children without access to formal education. 19 northern states in Nigeria bear 66% burden of the 18.3 million out-of-school children, while 789,000 are in Gombe State, where the government is set to enroll 400,000 out of that number in schools. This is Amada village in Ako local government area of Gombe, where 150 out-of-school children are enrolled into formal schools and kitted with learning tools.
I cannot rate myself. I think it's you people that should rate us because we have walked the talk. We talked last week and today we are walking it. And this is just the local government enrollment drive. We are going to do community enrollment and we are going to do house to house. And you see, just for today, we have enrolled over 100 children. And you can imagine if we continue this for the next 30 days.
UNICEF is supporting this drive very strongly. And we are all for the basic right of the child as an education. And education needs to be accessible, quality education for every child in Gombe. And we are going to fulfill this objective, inshallah, with the support of government, state government of Gombe, a star government for us.
For the Northeast Development Commission, the exercise is a roadmap towards eradicating insurgency.
This education program is very, very important. And we always encourage pupils in secondary school, in primary schools, with kits like this. In our office, we always buy small things like cleaner, pencil, all the utilities that they use for schools, with the bags, branded bags, and to encourage a child. If a child sees something that is colorful, even if he doesn't want to go to school, you see him encouraged and he will come to school.
Chairman of Ako local government commends the effort as significant towards curbing the menace of out-of-school children.
We really appreciate the move, and I will ensure that we collaborate with the Minister of Education and the SUBEB of the state to improve the number of the out-school children back to school, inshallah. As a local government, we will ensure that we form a committee that can be supervising to see the improvement of the registration of school children.
The Gombe state government, however, warns that parents who refuse to cooperate with the state government in the ongoing school enrollment process risk serving up to 2 months in jail if the State Universal Basic Education Board law, as amended in 2021, is invoked. And staying with education, stakeholders in Yobe State have attributed the increasing number of out-of-school children to poverty and inadequate intervention from private individuals. This was disclosed by the chairman of Potiskum local government area during a farewell address to the 55 indigenes of Yobe South, sponsored in a foreign scholarship by the senator representing the area, Ibrahim Bomai.
This is the first batch of 55 prospective foreign scholarship students being sent to India for undergraduate and postgraduate degrees under a scholarship scheme instituted by the senator representing Yobe South Senatorial District, Ibrahim Bomai. The successful candidates from 4 local government areas of Potiskum, Fune, Fika and Nangere were screened through a rigorous process.
Empowerment through education means equipping our youths with the skills, knowledge, and perspective to drive positive change. These students, inshallah, will return back to us after these studies as agents of development.
As you're heard, you're expected to be good ambassadors, not only to Politis local government, but to Nigeria. We want you to beware of bad friends because this is the major challenge for our students studying in the foreign lands.
The benefiting students pledged to make Yobe State proud.
I feel very happy because most of us never thought that this is going to come to reality, but today we are here to witness it, and it is actually a very good day for all of us.
I'm one of the beneficiaries of this noble initiative from our senator, and I'm very happy, very, very happy that I'm part of it. This was, I wasn't expecting this from the first day that this have started. I was just here for the exams, and I wasn't hoping that I would be part of it, but here am I today, and we'll be leaving in the next Friday.
A member of the screening committee reveals that about 3,000 individuals sat for the examinations as he gives the successful candidates this farewell message on behalf of the committee chairman.
The senator intended to send out 113 students, 100 from Zone B, and he decided, since Zone B considered 4 local governments, he sought for an orphan from each and every remaining 30 local governments so that to complement it, so that he had the total of 113. And what I would like to tell them is that the process that saw them through to this level was a truly fair process.
The foreign scholarship by Senator Ibrahim Bomei to over 50 students is the first of its kind being enjoyed by the indigents of Yobe South as part of measures to improve school enrollments.
The Adamawa state government is fast-tracking the Information and Communication Technology Development Program for its educational system to enable a complete transition from analog to digital in the teaching and learning methods. As part of efforts to achieve this, a 3-day training has been organized for school support officers on the use of curated tablets and Oxtrack applications for proper monitoring and supervision of teachers. The State Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development, Mr. Garba Umar Pella, says all schools in the state will evolve into smart schools.
The new policy on education in Adamawa State lays emphasis on functional education with priority given to science and technology using digital methods of teaching and learning in line with global trends. This workshop, holding in Yola, the state capital, is organized by the Adamawa State Universal Basic Education Board, aimed at equipping school support officers with the requisite knowledge for effective digital monitoring and supervision of teachers in various schools.
The more you see a question, make sure that you respond.
Organizers shed more light on the importance of the training.
All they are doing is to acquire knowledge for proper monitoring and supervision of their teachers in the various schools, for the structure pedagogy approach. This approach including the ICT-based science, including English and mathematics.
The tablet is a new method of teaching by scientific method. So we are leaving the old method of teaching, of writing lesson plan and lesson note and the rest of them. So all the lessons is going to be electronic now. So that will be easier for the teacher to teach and the pupils to understand. So all the lessons is going to be inside the tablet.
Topic that you are teaching, the subject.
A participant describes the training as long overdue.
We have been waiting for this for long, because we see all these things on board, but it has not reached our doors. But now we have it right in our state, in our local government, in our classes, with our pupils. So, in fact, we thank God for this program, and we also pray teachers should have more. All of us should have it, and different topics, in fact, so that You don't now force teachers to come to school.
The Adamawa State Commissioner of Education and Human Capital Development, Garba Umar Pella, says the transition from analog to digital in teaching and learning methods is part of efforts by Governor Umaru Fintiri to transform public schools in the state into smart schools.
You can't talk about teaching in the 21st century without, upgrading the status of your classroom and making them smarter. That is just what we are doing. Digital literacy, smart classrooms, that's the way to go. And it is our design that by next year, most of our public schools will be digitized.
This is an example of the gap.
The three-day workshop is holding simultaneously across the 21 local government areas of the state, marking the commencement of smart education in Adamawa State.
Welcome back. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mr. Mohammed Idris, has applauded Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State for embarking on mass construction of secondary schools across the state. The minister, who was in Maiduguri to attend a summit of the Commissioners of Information under the controlled APC states, took his time to inspect some of the legacy projects of the governor and that of President Bola Tinubu.
We spoke about the resilience of the Borno people to come back after every challenge. Now, this happened as we have heard from the director of the Schools Management Board that the construction actually began after the flood disaster that the state witnessed only last year, in September 2024. So in less than a year, they have built not just this Bola Ahmed Tinubu Secondary School, but another 103, making 104. And we have also heard that about 35 of such schools are at various stages of completion. This is really unprecedented, and this will help to, provide people with education that will in turn also, teach them how to even fight such the insurgency and challenges further, and come on top of it and even be innovative so that society can really be better for everyone.
The Taraba state government has begun training of artisans and small-scale gold miners in the state in order to ensure responsible, safe and sustainable mining in the state. This follows the governor's ban on all illegal mining activities on the heels of the impact of soil degradation, leakages in internally generated revenue, and festering insecurity in the state.
Gathered here are Taraba state government functionaries, investors in gold mining, and indigenous artisanal small-scale gold miners drawn from 6 local government areas of Taraba state with gold deposits to be trained on best practices of gold mining. In June 2023, Governor Agbo Kefas placed an embargo on mining activities in the state following growing spate of insecurity across Taraba, and believes streamlining the process will assist the government in generating revenue for the development of the state, nip insecurity and create jobs. The government insists that any company or investor willing to mine in the state must be profiled and must comply fully with the provisions of the Mining Act in Taraba.
We do no longer have illegal miners in Taraba state, and it is our belief that for people who want to come mine in Taraba state, you only use local miners that are known to us in Taraba state. Don't come with anybody as a local miner to Taraba state. The only activity legitimate and the only time you can resume mining activities is if you comply with the provisions of the Mining Act, and we profile you and allow you to resume activities. If you don't comply with these provisions, mining remains suspended. Let me state that good times are back with us again. All you need to do is to comply with our regulations and you will smile to your banks.
The training is aimed, among other things, at transforming Taraba's mining sector to build a transparent and globally respected and accepted gold value chain.
Today, for all of us, this workshop truly marks an important turning point. It is designed not simply as a technical meeting, we didn't want to do that, but as a participatory dialogue where government, communities, miners, and partners can finally have a seat at the same table.
The state government is emphasizing that the step taken is to discourage illegal and old-fashioned mining procedures of gold, as well as ensure corporate social responsibility in each community with gold deposits.
This is a prerequisite ways that we're just trying to so that we should live mining in such a way that nobody should go back to the old way of mining. As you can understand, we only target gold production, not all aspects of mining. So what we are doing essentially now is for the gold production in the states. This is one of the ways that will lead us to leave ban on production of gold in Taraba State.
The state government is optimistic that the steps taken will assist greatly in ensuring responsible mining and attract more investments, not just in gold mining, but all mineral resources acquirable from the state to ensure value for money and trigger more development of Taraba.
The United Nations Children's Emergency Fund says many Nigerians have inadequate knowledge of how and when to wash their hands, and only a few can demonstrate proper hand washing techniques. It also revealed only 17% households have access to basic hygiene services, and about 2 billion people lack basic hygiene services globally. The acting UNICEF Chief of Maiduguri Field Office, Dr. Mary Marcus, disclosed this at the commemoration of the Global Hand Washing Day in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. As part of the commemoration, the Borno state government and UNICEF undertook a sensitization drive across secondary schools to create awareness on the significance of hand washing.
Hand washing facility are part of this sector, and our priority is well aligned with the authority, the state authority priority. We UNICEF for our engagement and support. Currently, we are working in 50 schools. We are working in 50 schools, and the infrastructure, hand washing infrastructure we build together in place can deserve more than 20,000 children. This is a very big engagement, and more are planned and action continue with, of course, in partnership with the government.
By making hand washing a priority, we can reduce incidence of waterborne diseases, improve nutrition, enhance overall well-being. I commend the effort of our students, teachers, and community members who have worked tirelessly to promote hand washing practices in our school and communities. Let us continue to promote hand washing with soap and water, not just today, but every day. Let us work together to create a culture of hand washing that becomes a norm in our communities.
And that's our offering on the program today. Thank you for watching. Join us again same time next week when we'll bring you another round of reports covering different regions of Nigeria. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.